Then we have the sinking of the USS Liberty, and I've researched this. I've interviewed many of the JAG officers involved, like Captain Ward Boston, who later became Admiral Boston. They were told to cover it up. They had the full details of what happened. I've interviewed the now late Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Admiral Thomas M. Moore. I have also, of course, interviewed many of the other admirals that were involved there, and I've talked to the admirals, Admiral Geist, who's now late as well, many years ago. But it's on the record. They filed public reports. They've delivered these to Congress that LBJ, well, I'm sure most of you know about the USS Liberty, but for those watching in TV land, let me boil that down. 1967, Six-Day War. You've got the, 6-7 Arab nations attacking Israel. And Israel's already basically won 5 days into it, okay, with superior weapons. And so all this is happening, and we know that at that time the Soviets were supplying armaments to the Arabs, and so the Cold War planners wanted to knock it up because World War III would be really profitable, especially when they rotate out as generals to being defense contractor CEOs and board members. And they wanted to go to war with the Soviets. The prize wasn't just Egypt and that populous nation in the region. So this is the neocon plan back then. They just weren't called neocons. And so LBJ took specific special control through his office in McNamara, and they parked the USS Liberty right there in the Mediterranean, 14 miles off the northern coast of Israel / Egypt. And they sent in multiple waves of Descent Missouri fighter bombers. They sent in Mirage 3s, two wings of those. They attacked it for several hours. They had torpedo boats. You know, one case blowing in my new film I said 35-foot hole. I've got to go recut it. It's actually a 47-foot hole. I'm sorry. They blow it through there. The captain's got a life vest on, strapping his intestines in, delivering morphine to himself, staying at the bridge. And they call the carrier, Admiral Geist, we're under attack, because the first thing the Israelis did was shoot up all the antennas and all the control systems. And they had unmarked planes, precision type activities, unmarked aircraft. So all of this happens. They call Geist, help us, we're under attack, we're being engaged by torpedo boats and bombers and fighters, and we need your help. And they're locking down bulkheads, and it's burning, and people are dying, and they're strafing lifeboats against the Geneva Convention and all the rules of war and common sense and decency. Because they had to kill everybody. And McNamara comes on and says, you will not launch a wing, we're not going to do that. And the Admiral ignores it, and they go ahead and launch the wings. They're not calling them back, they've been launched. And then all of a sudden, over the radio line comes the telephone call, patched in, it's the President. I want that goddamn ship going to the bottom. That's a quote. I want that goddamn ship going to the bottom. So if you think the government cares about any of you, these are their military, these are their servants. The Russian trawling ship, spy ship, pulls up. It's witnessing the commando troops coming in on the helicopters now. The commandos are coming in. They're coming in to kill everybody. They're going to put special forces on the boat. They're going to kill everybody. And they see the Russians. The Russians are filming all of this. They back off. They fly off, and they come. But still the carriers don't help them. The ship has to limp. They're hoping it sinks. Oh, if it gets to be night, we can still send the commandos in. We're not going to help them yet. Maybe we can still kill them. And so that happens. And I don't even blame Israel for this. Obviously, Israel's a client state of the globalists, like most other Western nations. People who say it's just Israel, and there's certainly a party to it, just like a street soldier on the ground takes an order from a Don, who gives an order to a capo, who gives it to the street thug to carry out a murder, to carry out a robbery. But we know from the admirals, LBJ had control of that ship and was trying to sink it, which was in Operation Northwoods. And then they could have said, those dirty Arabs, they killed our men. They were just out there fighting for America, doing what they had to for this country. And they could have moved in to the entire Middle East, and that was the plan. And we now have those declassified battle plans. And if the Soviets would have resisted, they were going to send in the cruise missiles, the nuclear cruise missiles. They were going to send in the bombers. They were going to kill most of that population. I'm not saying we'll get our hair mussed, kind of like they say in Dr. Strangelove. I mean, that's the type of craziness that we're dealing with these individuals.